is no, the way I see it, emotional narrative for the UN idea.
Time is up. The UN is 70 years old, and we need to help it finding new ways of engaging with businesses, cities, citizens, etc. that has a lot of things to offer.
At the end of the year, we'll have the conferences of parties, the big climate change negotiations in Paris. A lot of eyes are on the UN to solve these problems in a top-down fashion. At the same time, we could be doing a lot of things to solve these problems also from the bottom up.
If you think of the world in the upside down, for example, it could be a good start.
Knowing about something is not necessarily going to make you into a stakeholder of change. Knowledge in your body, or embodied knowledge, is more likely to instigate change. This means if you have an emotional or embodied knowledge about, for instance, the climate, about war, peace, hunger, and so on, you're much more likely to act upon it.
We need it now because we are in a time of history where the structures, both the UN as, in itself, but also the governance structures generally across the world, are struggling. We have systems that are no longer as relevant and as impactful and as ready to take on the problems of today. And UN Live could be and should be a tool to help rectify that. The way we rectify that is by creating a dialogue between, not just between politicians and diplomats, but between them and the people that we're supposed to serve. And I think it's incredibly important that those people, every single one of us, somehow has a way to get to the table where decisions are taken.
So UN Live, to me, is a tremendous and really important opportunity to give voice to people around the world. We have this whole range of societal challenges, from climate change to species depletion to other issues, conflict resolution that the UN is addressing. And our policymakers are looking for input on that.
UN Live to me is two things. It's dealing with major problems in the world, growing challenges of cultural and different kinds of problems. But then it's also trying to use unused capacity amongst people to participate in talking about these things, in trying to provide solutions.
It's really necessary that somebody asks, well, how do we create a sense of global we?
I think UN Live is a platform where you enable young people to express what's important to them. What do they see as the challenges of today and of tomorrow? How would they like to change them? What kind of world do they want to build? Where do we need to go tomorrow? How do we shape a planet where everybody has a place, where people are not marginalized, where we don't have people who are on the inside and people who are on the outside? And I think you need to have young people they need to create a space where they can come forward with their ideas and have that sense of responsibility and involvement and engagement so that they understand that it's their world and it's up to them to shape it.
Now it's new and generations coming up. This UN museum really kind of focused on and how they cultivate and those kind of new and peoples coming, also creating future. Means they have very new kind of sensation, also sensorium, and how they're receiving an information and how they have the physical experience to be together the information.
It's educational, it's like it's societal or political, also cultural, and just creative kind of dimension. So UN Live is somehow everything related to the world, I would say.
UN Live should be in a kind of form of museum, because a museum is the place for an memory archive and also laboratorium. Also kind of the place for the communication of the freedom.
Being a forum where the freedom of thought is a central value and can be shared by everyone.
UN Live is a museum, but it's much more than a museum. To me, I think this represents a really pioneering opportunity in human civilization for us to engage with problems, and problem solving across the world as citizens. So in a bottom-up, grassroots manner, in a way, it's a platform and a conduit of universal conversation.